Waikato katoa. Ka nui te mihi e roto i te wiki o te reo Māori. Tēnā koutou i ngā iwi o te awa. Te Arawa, Ngati Raukawa, Tuwharetoa, tēnā koutou katoa. Mr. Speaker, it has been one of the highlights of my short time in Parliament to have been here for the third reading of the Waikato Tainui Raupato Claims Settlement Bill. It is indeed a great honour to be here for the first reading of this bill that partners with that one. It's with a great sense of pride as a Waikato-based Member of Parliament that it's our area, it's our region that will take a leadership position over the co-governance of our special taonga, the Waikato River. In fact, I feel so proud about this that in a recent media interview that I was having, the journalist thought that he would put me on the spot and asked me to name one thing, just one thing, that I thought the current government had got right. And it was this. I worked hard at it, but I was very gracious in deciding that there was in fact one that I could name. And it was in fact going ahead with the Waikato River settlement that I named, because I really do believe that it is so important to our region that the politics has been taken out of this issue has been incredibly important, and I do thank the current government and the ministers for their continued commitment to a process that was started under Labour, and that we didn't have to think that because of a change in government that we threw literally the baby out with the bathwater on this one. So congratulations to the government. Congratulations to the Minister who's continued the good work and of course has been mentioned, has refined and improved the process that is brought about by this bill as it's gone along. It would not be proper for me to have made reference to the Waikato Tainui Raupato Claims Settlement Bill without also bringing the greetings to this House of my good colleague Nanaia Mahuta, the Honourable Nanaia Mahuta, who isn't able to be present here for this debate this evening, but I know will, along with the rest of my Labour colleagues, wholeheartedly support this bill because it is groundbreaking. And I believe not only New Zealand is watching, but I believe the world is watching what is happening here, because we are breaking ground on, yes, a nationwide level, but also an international level. And I feel incredibly proud, as I said before, that it's our region that's taking this leadership position and taking it not only to New Zealand, but taking it to the world. And in doing that, it is important, and I want to address these comments perhaps to Mr Garrett, that sometimes you do need to take a calculated risk when you're in a leadership position. When you're leading and you're doing something different and you're doing something in order to improve the current situation, then sometimes you do need to step outside of one's comfort zone. And I would encourage the ACT Parliament and the percentage of the population that they represent to do exactly that, to join with the rest of the population and recognise that what we're doing now is not working, has not worked. One only needs to look at the degradation of the Waikato River to recognise that we need to do something different. And certainly from a Waikato perspective, I can say that there has been very little opposition to the Waikato River settlement. And I think that tells us something important about our maturity as a nation. I think it tells me that we are getting there, and there will be some dissenting voices, but to those dissenting voices, and they are well and truly in the minority, to those dissenting voices, I say, could we do a worse job? Could we do a worse job than what we've done to date in our guardianship of that river? Because I don't believe that we could. And so it is time to go forward, and it is time to look at other solutions. And I believe that this is a fantastic start on finding a different solution. It's interesting that we're debating this bill today, because on a number of accounts, it is Māori Language Week, as a number of people have made reference to during the course of this debate, and I think that makes it a special week to be introducing this bill into the House. But it's also relevant because today I noticed that Environment Waikato have made an announcement that it's lifting its monitoring of the Waikato River, lifting its monitoring from 15% to 25% of Waikato dairy farms each year to check compliance with dairy effluent rules. And today Labour congratulated Environment Waikato on that move, and I noticed that Chair Peter Buckley is in the debating chamber this evening. Welcome to you, Peter, and thank you for the leadership that Environment Waikato is taking on this issue, because we were concerned to learn that last year's monitoring revealed a 25% increase in events where untreated effluent was or was at risk of entering water sources. But we are encouraged that Environment Waikato says that in 80% of cases its re-inspections show that there were in fact improved effluent management on re-inspection. And we do believe in Labour that increased monitoring is likely to lead to increased compliance. So that's some good news from today, and makes the debating of this bill even more relevant. Also, earlier this evening I had the opportunity to meet with Water New Zealand, just to remind ourselves just how important and what a precious commodity water is around the world, and increasingly so in New Zealand, and how important it is that we take a leadership role, and very seriously our guardianship role, in ensuring that we have a better quality of water. And I think there has been some progress. It's not all bad news. There has been some progress in the Waikato River. Certainly in the last decade there has been, and we've noticed locally that there have been just one or two species coming back into that river that we haven't seen around for a while. And that's one of the measures. That's one of the measures. But of course there'll be even more stringent measures than that, and I look forward to seeing the stock take, is what I might call it, that NIWA is currently undertaking to guide us through this process about where we start from now and where we go to next, because I think that piece of work will be incredibly important in informing and detailing our journey that we take together. There's been some debate, a little bit of debate, about what co-governance means, and I think it's worthwhile just reflecting on what this bill says about co-governance, because the co-governance framework comprises of recognition of the specific and enduring relationship of iwi with the Waikato River. I don't feel threatened by that, Mr Garrett. Don't feel threatened by that at all. River development, it also covers development of objectives by the Waikato River by iwi, the legislative recognition of the vision and strategy for the Waikato River, the establishment of and granting functions and powers to the Waikato River Authority through legislation, and the establishment, importantly, the establishment and funding of a contestable Waikato River Clean-up Trust. Mr Speaker, I don't wish to take up any more time in this debate. I know that we've got further readings for this particular bill, and I look forward to contributing to those. I feel it's important we have visitors with us who I want to give the opportunity, as my colleague said, to give them an opportunity to celebrate the introduction of this bill into the House this evening. I think they should be celebrating it. We should be celebrating it. We should celebrate this together, because it is incumbent on all of us to get this right, and it is for our future generations. We all have a stake in that. Thank you.